Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Today we're working with fenugreek seeds, and for those that do not already know, this is one of my favorites. I'm going to be showing you guys two ways to make fenugreek seed tea. This tea is perfect and is beneficial in so many ways, and one of those ways is that it increases hair growth. So the first method requires you to have time and patience. So what I did was I measured out the fenugreek seed and then I put it in my mason jar, then boiled hot water, then added it to the mason jar. You need to be careful when you're pouring the hot water in. I will also make sure that I add all the measurements in the description for those that want this exact quantity. So then, after pouring that in, I am going to go ahead and close the mason jar and then let it sit for a couple hours. You could choose to let this sit for a couple of days. I ended up deciding to just put it in the fridge and let it sit for about 2 days before I drank this tea. Just be mindful, do not expect this to taste so good because it is actually bitter. Let's talk a little bit about fenugreek seeds. It is rich in nutrients like protein, iron, which are essential for hair growth. Let's talk about some of the benefits of fenugreek. It reduces hair fall, improves scalp health, promotes hair growth, prevents premature graying of the hair, strengthens the hair roots, and aids in scalp oil production. Now, this is what it looks like after 2 days of being in the fridge. I am going to shake it up and then strain it into a cup. This tea is extremely bitter, so sometimes I dilute it with juice or lemon. So it's totally up to you, but I would advise that you dilute it with something a little more healthy, which is lemon. We're now going to talk about some benefits of cloves, which is it stimulates hair growth, improves scalp health, and strengthens the hair. The reason why I'm talking about it is because this is the second way of making this tea, which is a little more faster and easier than the first method. All you need is a teacup. You measure out the amount of fenugreek seeds and cloves that you will need. The cloves part is totally optional. But we already know that cloves is also beneficial to our hair. So I added these two seeds together. Now I am going to go ahead and pour my hot water. You could also choose to do warm water, hot water, cold water. Honestly, I don't think it matters. So I just went ahead, poured my hot water into the cup, then let it sit for about an hour, and then went ahead, strained, and then drank. For this particular method, I also sometimes like to add a tea bag. Again, because of the taste of the fenugreek, the clove we know is also strong, but is not as strong as the fenugreek. So you could either add a tea bag of your choice just to dilute the taste of the fenugreek. This brings us to the end of today's video. Let me know which way is better for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!